everybody a little bit of time to figure out that we are on here tonight. This evening, I have a fancy outfit for y'all this evening. This is an outfit that I've had. I'll wait a couple minutes until everybody finds us on here. But this outfit I have had for a while, a couple years now. And I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to get a drink of water here. I'm going to wait for some people to show up. I was in the pool with the kids and my husband, and it was a very nice evening. You know, I'm going to get this chair out of here too so I have a little bit more room. Goodbye, chair. There we go. All right. There you are. Okay, Carlos. Hey, buddy. Thanks for being faithful, Carlos. Your buddies are in Tennessee this evening. So they're going to be in Tennessee until Saturday evening. So yeah, so they're going to have to fill you in on all their stuff when they get back. They'll be hopping on the live stream Sunday evening, and I'm sure you'll be there for that. So they'll fill you in on all the goings on. But yeah, hey, Kate, 1144, North Dakota. All right, I'm going to hop on to it here then. This evening I have a fancier outfit for y'all because I just thought this would be kind of fun. This is my outfit that I keep for those like exceptional times, I guess, like going you know, to a wedding, or if you were really going on a fancy dinner with your husband, which I don't normally do that, but if we did have somewhere to go that was a little bit more fancy, or yeah, a special vacation dinner or something like that. That's what this outfit would be for. Turn it up.
Yeah, I think so.
Where's the, how do I do that?
Oh.
I need help. So,
I hope it doesn't blast out, but
y'all have to let me know if the volume's okay.
I don't want it to.
We're without our tech guy tonight. Is this okay? The sound is very low and hard to hear. Uh-oh.
But that was when you weren't near the mic.
Is it okay now, Kate? Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Don't go too far, honey, in case I need you to come back. Okay, so let me know if you can hear me or not, because I don't know. Okay, so this is a long skirt, and it comes way down past my ankles. You can't see it, but it has a built-in slip underneath of it. And the skirt is really, really pretty. It has pleats. See this really pretty, like, pleating in the skirt. I got it for just, you know, something special. And then I have the shirt on that I showed y'all before, just the silky, like, shell shirt. It's just the, has like the little cap sleeves on it, and it's just that silky crew neck top, like shell of a shirt. So I just have that on underneath with this top, and this top is newer. I got this top several months back, and I have not worn it yet because y'all, we live on a farm and I don't get opportunity to wear this kind of stuff. So, but this top, I saw it at Ross when I was shopping there, and it was like on a clearance thing, and I'm like, oh, I love it. I super duper love it. So now I do have it to wear, and I think it pairs good together because you have the really soft, pretty skirt and then the lacy top, and I just think it's really pretty. And you can't see them, but I have pretty shoes on. Can you see my shoes? I know. This is like really hard to do, but these are my shoes, and these are from Amazon. I love these. They're not expensive. They're flats. They're like a suede, and they come in all different colors, and they're really pretty comfortable to wear. And I got these mainly just for church. They're just like a neutral rose kind of color, like a fleshy rosy color. So I love them. I have been wearing them to death, and it just goes to show, like, you could wear these for a more dressier thing or just more casual, which is what I do when I go to church. So is the volume good now? I hope the volume's good. The other thing that I brought in, just because I thought it would be fun, is this purse, and I love my purse. I got this at Ross too a few months back, and I never had like a dressy purse, and I never had this style of a purse, like the old lady clutch style, or I don't know what it's called. This kind of style, like, I just think this is so cute, and it did come with a strap too. It has the strap, so you could do the over the shoulder thing. But I really have been enjoying just grabbing it like this and just going with it, and I really like it. I spoil her. Yeah, so I love this purse, and I think this came in a few different colors too. I was gonna get the rose kind of color, like the fleshy rose color was what I was gonna do, because I had full intention of buying a pair of shoes in that color, and then it would be neutral. But then I couldn't find a purse that I liked like that, and I don't like names on a purse, or like, you know, words and brands being like blasted. I don't know. I'm just not into that kind of stuff on clothing. So, oh no, it's the same. I'm so sorry. Maybe my husband will come back in and try to fix the volume. Or maybe I'll end up having to use the other mic. I'm not sure. Thanks, Kate, for letting me know. We'll try to work on it. Here he comes. My superhero. So anyway, this was not expensive. All right. Coming back.
I'm just gonna crank it, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, that's way up, but whatever.
I know he turns it all the way up for me.
Okay.
Is that
And
side?
Yeah, you don't.
That's too high?
Probably, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't crank it.
Is
all
this
the way.
too high? Can y'all hear me? Is it better now? I don't know if y'all can hear me. Just let me know. All right. So anyway, that was the fun thing that I wanted to share with y'all tonight. Always loyal. Can you hear me? Now you can hear? Yay! Okay, sorry. Well, I don't know how much you heard of my skirt. I will link everything for you below. The skirt is from Amazon. I bought it a couple years ago. I'm sure they still have it on there. It's like a tulle, you know, like a tulle, like a wedding tulle fabric, and then it has a slip built in underneath, and it comes in a whole lot of different colors. I just like that rosy, fleshy pink color, and I just have it and keep it for in the situation that we get invited to a wedding, or, you know, some kind of, I don't know, thing. Like, I mean, if my husband had, like, you know, something that we got invited to, you always have to have like an outfit that just in case. So this is my just in case outfit. Yeah, you like the purse. I'm having fun with that purse because I've never had dressy, like, to me that's dressy kind of purse. I've always just had like casual, you know, like a pocketbook. I have one and I just wear it until it like dies, and then usually I would just get them from thrift stores. That's the most fun way to do it. But anyway, Ross is a great place for like purses, because it's a great place for dresses too, because they have all their dresses separate, and you can go straight into the dress section, and you can, and for little girls too, they'll have all their dresses totally separate from the other clothes. So it's so nice because you can just shoot straight to the dresses, check out the rack, and then if there's nothing, you're done. Like, you're in and out. You don't have to, you know, meander around the store forever. And they do have a lot of great purses, and they're just like, you know, really budget friendly, I feel like, anyway. So This evening, we're going to be talking about being good. So, one of the descriptions in the Bible, when it is describing a wife, that she is good, obedient to her own husband, right? So, we're just going to be focusing on that word good tonight. And my husband, he texts me all this. So, wow, I got a whole Bible study here for y'all. I didn't know he did all this. So he texts me a lot. Okay, hold on a second. Trying to get to the top of it. Okay, good. Shoo, here we go. So we're going to give you a definition here. Good, it's an adjective. Valid, legally firm, not weak or defective, having strength adequate to its support. Everybody can still hear me good? Because I don't want to be talking. I'm still, the voice, the sound is good, right? Somebody said they could hear me. Therapy Mama says she could hear me. Aw, we're your favorite. Oh, that's so sweet. We are who we are. Like, there is nothing. Yeah. Yes, we're good. Okay, you can still hear. Good. We are who we are, y'all. We are not putting on for anybody. Okay, not weak or defective. Having strength adequate to its support. It's a good title, a good deed, a good claim. Number 2, valid, sound, not weak. False or fallacious, as a good argument. So does good wives have good arguments? That's kind of funny. Okay, number 3, complete or sufficiently perfect in its kind, having the physical qualities best adapted to its design and use, opposed to bad, imperfect, corrupted, impaired. We say good timber, good cloth, a good soil, a good color. I was joking with my husband. I said, can we call this tonight a good wife? But he said, I think that was a movie, and we've never seen it, so we probably shouldn't. And God saw everything that he made, and behold, it was very good. Genesis 1:4. Number 4. Here we go. Having moral qualities best adapted to its design and use, or the qualities which God's law requires, virtuous, pious, religious, applied to persons, and opposed to bad, victuous, wicked, evil. Yet peradventure, for a good man, some would even dare to die. Romans 5:7. So we see that word good also used for men. Number 5, conformable to the moral law, virtuous, applied to actions, in all things showing thyself a pattern of good works. Titus 2:3. Number 6, proper, fit, convenient, seasonable, well adapted to the end. It was a good time to commence operations. He arrived in good time. 7, convenient, useful, expedient, conductive to happiness. That's kind of cool for wives. It is not good that the man should be alone. Genesis 2:9. Ready? Here, we're still going. He sent me a lot here. Number 8, sound, perfect, uncorrupted, undamaged. This fruit will keep good the whole year. Number 9, suitable to the taste or to health, wholesome, palatable, not disagreeable or nauseous, as fruit good to eat, a tree good for food. Genesis 2:9. Suited to produce a salutary effect, adapted to abate or cure, medicinal, salutary, beneficial. That's cool, beneficial. As fresh vegetables, or good for scorbutic diseases. 11, suited to strengthen or assist the healthful functions, as a little wine is good for a weak stomach. Number 12, pleasant to the taste as a good apple. My son, eat thou honey, because it is good, and the honeycomb, which is sweet to thy taste. Proverbs 24:13. Number 13, full, complete. Protestant subjects of the abbey make up a good third of its people. So full or complete, I guess, there. Number 14, useful, valuable, having qualities or a tendency to produce a good effect. All quality that is good for anything is originally found on merit. We have a neighbor, and his name is Merit. That's kind of funny. Number is just an old-fashioned name, I think, for a man, Merit. I just thought that was just neat. Number 15, equal, adequate, competent. His security is good for the amount of the debt. Applied to persons able to fulfill contracts. Antonio is a good man. 16, favorable, convenient for any purpose, as a good stand for business, a good station for a camp. 17, convenient, suitable, safe, a good harbor for ships. So, yeah, that we could talk about that for a little bit. That's pretty neat. Like her husband doth safely trust in her, right? 18, well qualified, able, skillful, performing duties with skill and fidelity, as a good prince, a good commander, a good officer, a good physician. That's pretty neat. Well qualified, able, skillful, performing duties with a skill and fidelity. I mean, that is things that you think of, right, when for our young men, when they're looking for a good wife, right? We want a young lady who is going to bring some skill to the table, right? She's going to have already practiced and honed some of these skills, so she's not like just jumping in cold turkey like I did and not having any skills in homemaking or Christianhood, or I mean, you know, I would say rearing children properly, all of those things, right? I had to learn all of those things. But when young men are looking for a wife, they should be looking for someone who has already been developing these skills. 19, ready, dexterous, those who are generally good at flattering, who are good for nothing else. Number 20, kind, benevolent, affectionate, as a good father, good will. 21, kind, affectionate, faithful, as a good friend. 22, promotive of happiness, pleasant, agreeable, cheering, gratifying. Behold, how good and pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. Psalms 133, 1. 23, pleasant or prosperous, as good morrow, good sir, good morning. 24, honorable, fair, unblemished, unimpeached, as a man of good frame or good report. This is a huge list here, y'all. We didn't know good was this involved, right? That's what it's so fun to take a word from the Bible, and words mean things, and when you change the words, you change the meanings, right? So just that little word good, to search it out historically and say, why did they choose that word good, and how is that word relevant to me as a wife? It's pretty awesome, right? A good name is better than a precious ointment. Ecclesiastes 7:1. 25, cheerful, favorable to happiness, be of good comfort. 26, great or considerable, not small or very great. As a good while ago, he is a good way off, or a good distance. He has had a good deal of leisure, had a good share of trouble. Okay, so sometimes it can be defined as great, is what they're saying there. Here we see the primary sense of extending or advancing. Okay. 27, elegant, polite, as good breeding. 28, real, serious, not feigned. Love, not in good earnest. 29, kind, favorable, benevolent, humane. The men were very good to us. 1 Samuel 25:3. 30, benevolent, merciful, gracious. Truly God is good to Israel, even to such as are of a clean heart. Psalms 73:1. 31, seasonable, commendable, proper. Why trouble ye the woman? For she hath wrought a good work on me. Matthew 26:10. 32, pleasant, cheerful, festive. We come in a good day. 1 Samuel 25:3. Number 33, companionable. Social, merry. It is well known that Sir Roger had been a good fellow in his youth. 34, brave in familiar language. You are a good fellow. 35, in the phrases, the good man applied to the master of the house and good woman applied to the mistress, good sometimes expresses a moderate degree of respect and sometimes slight contempt. Among the first settlers of New England, it was used as a title instead of Mr. as Goodman Jones, Goodman Wells. Number 36. The phrase good will is equivalent to benevolence, but it signifies also an earnest desire, an hearty wish, entire willingness, or fervent zeal. As we entered into the service with a good will, he laid on stripes with a good will. 37. Comely, handsome, well-formed, as a good person. 38. Mild, pleasant, expressing benignity or other estimable qualities, as a good countenance. And 39, you hung with me all the way to the end. Mild, calm, not irritable or fractious, as a good tempter. And number 40, kind, friendly, humane, as a good heart or disposition. Wow. So there you go, y'all. That's a lot. Should we copy it and hang it on the fridge and we got to work on that until the day we die, I think. That's a very comprehensive list. Okay, even if we chucked everything else and we just kept good as our description, I think we're all going to fall short. I think we're all going to fall short. But it's interesting how deep that word is. I was not prepared for that. My husband gave me all of that definition here, and that's impressive. There's a lot of similar themes over and over again through that. But boy, I mean, there are so many things that are just wonderful in that, and how we walk that out, right? I was going to be talking to y'all a little bit tonight about that, and I had a little devotional that I was going to share with you about. It's called My Duty, and it's written by a woman. She's a mother, and she says, if methods and principles are all I learn through needing things pertaining to a wife, how helpless I'll be. I must confess and forsake my old ways and have Christ's nature flowing through me to become a woman more precious than rubies. Then our home can be a haven of rest for our family, and I can fulfill my duty. Since our children have eternal souls, I can't afford to neglect my duty as a mother. My house can be cleaned and my sewing done by others, but no one else can fulfill my God-given duty in loving and teaching our children for God. And I just thought that was a really awesome thing that she was writing about. I mean, you know, a lot of people today, they want methods, they want systems, they want lists, they want principles to follow, they want checklists, right? They want to feel like they're achieving something, and there's probably good to some level in some of those things, but if that's all that we're doing is following a system or a checklist, or I'm really bad at checklists and systems, so I I even if I had the best of intentions, I'm not going to make it. By the end of the week, I'll totally have failed at it. So, you know, but some people more, you know, are more prone to that. They like that more, right? Everybody has different personalities, and we all fall in different categories, you know, with that. But she's saying we have to put off our flesh and our old nature, and we have to put on Christ, and we have to allow the Holy Spirit to work through us, and that we're loving and serving our children diligently and our husbands diligently by what we're doing in spirit and in truth, but by doing those things that are the most important things, not just in some system or some checklist or some order of things. You know, like I said, this evening my husband got home. I had already eaten, my little ones had already eaten, and my big ones are gone for a few days at the house, and it's a different, totally feels right here. And so I made him his hamburgers and his bacon, and um, and then I just went out in the pool with the little kids, and I was just swimming with the little kids. And then when he was finished eating, he came and got in the pool, and we were swimming around, and we just had a good time with the little ones. They were showing us how they go underwater and all that stuff. But my point is that I could be more rigid, right? Like in my younger years, I think that I more wanted more systems. Like I did want more checklists and systems kind of thing, even though I was horrible at it. I was never ever good at it. But I was always looking for that way, that method, right? Like, and I think the heart of the matter is it's the heart of the matter. Like, you have to be willing to be like, okay, the laundry is mostly folded, and that's still going to be there. And dinner is done enough. Everybody ate and is satisfied. And we're going swimming. And that's what we're doing, right? And there's a time to do that, because we're building relationships with our children. We're not just you know, if I was just serving in the house and trying to be the perfect wife in the house, I would literally never step foot outside. Like I would, in this farmhouse with this many children and this much dirt coming in and out of my doors, both every day. Yeah, you would just never, the cleaning would be endless. So you have to try to balance life, you know. And there's another channel. She's a young girl. If I find her channel, I'm trying to think of what her name is. But anyway, if I find her channel, I will link it for you. But she's a young mom. I think she's more into like minimalism, but I think she does a really great job. She has a couple little kids, maybe 2 or 3 little kids, and just of that balance, like finding that balance in life, where it's like, okay, we had a nice meal, and now we're going outside to play, you know, and now I'm just going to sit in the, you know, lawn chair and watch the kids play for a little while, or we're going to take them down to the park or whatever. And just really embracing those moments, because that they are the moments that you're just going to really look back on. And it's not the big moments always. Like, it's not the big vacation that you think you're going to have, you know, at the end of the year, or it's not like, you know, whatever, you know, the big trip, the big family trip, the big family get together, the big end of the year party with your family. It's not all the gifts or whatever. It's not going to be in those moments. It's going to be in the day to day, like, fly by the seat of your pants, like, let's just go to the park, you know, let's just, you know, there's a lake down here, it's the evening time, let's get some burgers and let's just go down there and let's watch y'all swim for a little while or whatever, right? That's going to be the things that that they really remember. And, you know, in my hallway, I kind of made like a collection. It's like all these collages of pictures, and they're just day-to-day pictures. They're just like all of the like beautiful little moments. Like, they're just my favorite day-to-day pictures. And I have them all down my hallway, are framed in these collages. They're just like corkboard. So I just ordered big cork boards, and then we framed them out. You don't have to do that. And then I just picked all my favorite pictures, and kind of each one has its own like year or theme, kind of from like, you know, oh, this is when we went and took the kids camping, or this is when we went, or this was just the year that, you know, the baby was this age, and here's that summer, you know, of pictures. So anyway, that's just really cool. Like, that's special to me because those are the moments that are really, really important. And when I had really little ones, when my little ones were really little, I just got so much encouragement out of looking at those pictures, because in the day to day, if you have little ones right now, you're in the trenches, right? You are changing diapers, you're cleaning up messes, it's never ending, right? Your stuff is all never ending. Your chores, right? Your discipleship with them, all of the things. You're not maybe sitting and enjoying folding coffee so much, or folding laundry with some coffee right now, right? Like, you're just in the trenches. But when I would walk down the hallway and I would see one of my little collage boards, and I would see those little faces, and I'm like, yeah, we're doing this. Like, we're doing it. Like, okay, this one might be upset right now, you know, or this one was up all night, you know, sick to his stomach, or whatever the circumstances, right? Because you have hard days when you have a bunch of little people in the house, right? But when you have to encourage yourself in those things. And I found so much encouragement in those picture collages, just those day-to-day pictures, and seeing them, because that's really our life from day to day. And that's just what the blessing, I mean, it's just such a blessing. If y'all have anything, please let me know what you're thinking. One thing that I was thinking of about in being a good wife is being understanding. So I have another little thing that I have written here, and it's talking about being an understanding person. And I do think that falls under being a good wife, right? Because we have to be understanding and compassionate to all of our people, right? So being loyal to my husband is being kind and understanding. I will trust and support him. I will not talk about his negative points to others, but I will support his ideas. I will not run ahead of him with my ideas or brashly say, let's do it this way. What is my first response when my child is disobedient and needs correction? This isn't the time to vent my feelings about the wrong that he's done, but I need to understand what made my child do this and the struggle that he's dealing with. So again, just being an understanding woman, being slow to speak. I was reminding my boys today as they were leaving, because they're going to be around a lot of people, and I said, remember, be slow to speak and be slow to wrath with each other. Be a good testimony. Just be patient with each other, and be listening to people. So anyway, I just thought that that's good advice for all of us, but especially teenagers that are excited. I just wanted them to remember to just be slow and be patient to hear what other people are saying, and then and being slow to speak, not just saying the first thing that comes to your mind. So yeah, let's see. Have a little bit more time. So one other thing, I'm just going to be sharing some of my favorite things here with you tonight, because this is very special to me. This little thing that I have, it was given to me by a friend, and I've had it for probably 12 years or more now. It's all tattered and old, but I've gone through it so many times. But another thing that I was thinking about with a good wife is she prays for her children and her husband. And that's an area that is so easy to neglect, but it is probably the most important thing that we as wives and mothers can do for our children is pray for them, and for our husbands to pray for them. So I just have a little thing here about prayer, and it says, pray without ceasing, 1 Thessalonians 5:17. I want to always have a prayerful heart. My husband will be my influence for the rest of my life. Therefore, I need to pray to God that his whole spirit, soul, and body is preserved blameless to the coming of our Lord Jesus Christ. Praying instead of seeking to control or fix everything will avoid much disaster. If I preach to more than I pray for my children, it's likely that I'm relying on my own strength for my child's salvation. I want to daily commit them to the Lord through prayer, and to be a handmaid of the Lord. So I just love this. They're like just little letters, like little devotional type letters, and they're really, really good. I think that they really correspond well with what we're speaking about tonight, with striving to be a good wife. And yeah, so being understanding and being prayerful, I think that's just something that's really good. I think that it is probably easier as the years go on, like everything. But, as things slow down and you're not in the trenches anymore, and you don't have little teeny tiny ones, and you're not up all night nursing babies, and people are sleeping through the night, and you're, they get older, your older ones are getting older, and you have less of the daily, you know, energy drain that just, takes all of your energy away. As that goes on, you do just by nature, you have more time to pray, and you have more time to be more understanding, more relaxed and laid back in your approach to things, because you just have more, mental aptitude. Physically, you're not drained, which helps, and you're getting older, so you gain more patience, you gain more wisdom. If you're seeking the Lord, growing in the Lord, He will give you more patience and wisdom, and you're not easily provoked as you are when you're younger, and you can kind of sit back and wait on those things to kind of play themselves out, and you can take things to the Lord and pray for those things. and, even things that are totally out of our control, with, you know, lots of things are totally out of our control when it comes to life. And just being able to pray. And I know that in the evening when we go to bed, my little ones are like, Mama, can you pray? Like, so when I'm done reading stories, or if we don't read stories at night because we got to bed a little later, they'll always, one of them will say, Mama, can you pray? And so I always pray. I make sure that I mention everybody by name, and I pray for their daddy that he, keeps getting his shoulder healed up better and better, and that he has a good day at work. And I pray for safety and just all of the little things, for all the big people and the little people and the daddy. And I just pray for them. And that really does make an impression on the little ones. And just, I think it reminds them how needy we are as people. We are just so dependent on the Lord for everything. And yeah, so like today when I took the boys and we had to meet up somewhere and I had to drop them off, so they were heading to Tennessee, and I said, I'm just going to pray for everybody right now in the car. So I just prayed, for safety and their travels, and that the Lord would use their time away and all of the things. And yeah, I think that just it's so wonderful to have a friend in Jesus that you can go to him anytime throughout the day and just talk to him, and he will give you peace and understanding, and he will help you to understand, like this lady's saying, to understand what your child is going through. And sometimes, when they're younger, you don't have to maybe understand all that they're going through. Sometimes it's like, okay, you're just crazy. You just need to go to your room and work it out amongst yourself until you're not crazy. But there's other times where, even little ones, as a mom, you got your finger on the pulse. When they're just being crazy or manipulative or whatever, and they just need you to be that constant, that steady in their life, and kind of hold it together because their emotions are out of control. And then there's other times where they need you more as that counselor kind of friend to come in and say, what's going on? Like, let's talk about this. This is like, don't do this. Like, this is really important now, and that's the blessing of being the mom, and being there all the time, is that you're not going to miss it. You don't miss a moment because you're there. And if you did miss something, it'll come back up really quickly eventually, and you're going to get to deal with it, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And that's the blessing of it, and it's hard work, but there's nothing else like it on earth. So yeah. Can you do a punch on camera? I don't know. I don't know what a punch is. What are you talking about? Can you do a punch on camera? I have no idea what that is. You only do YouTube? Yeah, I only do YouTube too. Always loyal. I got rid of the other stuff. It's just too, I feel like ADD or something. Like when we had the Instagram, I'm just like, and then I feel like so compelled. Uh-oh. Did y'all go somewhere? I think you're still here. Yeah. So, the social media stuff, it's just too big of a distraction. And, I have a couple things that I listen to. I don't watch a whole lot, but I listen to things sometimes during the day. I have my earbuds, And now James has a pair of earbuds, and that's been awesome. Buddy borrowed my earbuds the other day when he was on the tractor. He was brush hogging for like all day, from like 6 o'clock in the morning until 9 o'clock at night. He was doing a brush hogging job at one of the neighbors, and so he borrowed my earbuds, and he got to listen to podcasts and all kinds of stuff on there that he was, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. I mean, it's like all the modern technology. People didn't used to probably be able to be on a tractor for, you know, all day long and listen to really cool information. So I do appreciate it for that. And I can say that, like, if I know there's seasons with things with raising children and little ones, and sometimes having those earbuds in, if you're feeling like, maybe you're just not at the top of your game, or, you just need, just putting some earbuds in and just listening to something that's interesting to you to listen to, or uplifting to you, whatever it is. And I listen to like a lot of like diet, nutrition kind of stuff. Of course, now with all the carnivore stuff that we're kind of new to, I'm learning. I'm always learning new things about that. Or if it's a mom channel, she has to be talking though, because I can, I'm not watching. I'm only listening. But I enjoy that. So even if I'm folding laundry and I'm just going around the house, cleaning up, or whatever, it's kind of nice to have that. And I think that my little ones have appreciated that at certain points, because it gives them the freedom and flexibility to, like, they're just playing, they're just doing their thing, and I'm kind of I'm doing my thing and listening to something. And you know I don't have like the phone, I don't have something like that they can hear that's playing, so it's quiet in the house, but yet they're playing and doing their thing, and then I can listen to something, and that's just really nice. I don't know if you're in a place where life's a little hectic or whatever. There's nothing wrong with using a pair of earbuds, I don't think, for just a little break during the day or whatever. I just think that's a cool tool that I never ever had in my mom belt before. When I was in my 20s and 30s, it just wasn't a thing that I did. So that's very new. The earbuds are very, very new to me, like within this past year. And I don't use them every single day. I mean, you know, but anyway, if anybody else has anything about being good. So I guess, yeah, we got our marching orders here. We have a lot to think about with this, and I had no idea that the word good was that deep and just expansive. So yeah, it's just really cool. Always remembering to be prayerful and to be understanding of our people that we love, of our children, of our husbands, and not to be a doormat for your children, not to be manipulated by your children, and not to be like, oh, I'm just the so compassionate parent that I don't have control of my house, and not that, because that's an imbalance. But not to be so rigid and hardcore that you've lost touch with the, the emotional side of parenting, the nurture side of parenting. Carlos is giving me an amen. Thanks, Carlos. You're the best. Oh my. I think that's pretty much it for tonight, y'all. I'm glad that I got to jump on here. I thought that it would be fun to show you a dressy outfit that I literally have worn once in, I don't know, 2 years maybe. And it's only because I had it. I bought it for a specific reason, for a dinner thing, and that was it. But now I have it. It's in my closet. So Anyway, I think that is it. Thank you all for showing up, and I hope you have a blessed evening with your people, and I hope you I will definitely let them know, Carlos, that you are on here helping me out tonight, being a good moderator, and sorry for the technical problems here early on. I don't know. I'll try my best to be on here tomorrow too, because I know I promised you that I would be. So I'll try to get on here tomorrow too for an hour, and we'll be moving on to another topic, so that'll be fun. But yeah, I will definitely tell the boys that you are asking about them and that you said howdy to them. And it's their first time going to Tennessee, so I hope they have a great time. They were checking out the weather before they left today, and it's way cooler. So, because they were like, oh, I bet it's just going to be hot there. And then they looked, and like the evenings were like in the 70s, I think. And then like the days were like 80s, or like maybe got up to 90. They were like, oh, this is a piece of cake. This is nothing, you know? So I think they have a rainy day too when they're there. So anyway, they will fill you in probably on some of that. But thank you for everybody that showed up. I really, really appreciate it. And I hope that something here was a blessing to you. And I hope that you have a wonderful night. And I'm going to leave you right here. And I'll be back. They should do a collab with Scotty Killer. They love watching Scotty, the auto mechanic guy. Yes, he's an old guy. I think, where's he from? Like Connecticut or something? That's like one of their favorite channels. That guy is amazing. I don't know how he knows all of that stuff about cars. It's people just write into him and ask him car questions. But anyway, yeah, that's one of their favorites, Carlos. That guy's impressive. All right, y'all, I'm going to leave you here, and I hope you have a wonderful night, and I will see you back tomorrow. And that is it. Thank you for hanging out.